I'm happy to be here today, and I'm joined by others behind me, Kevin Whited of INDICOG, and you can see Susan Blair of Township Residents Association and Paul Lawally from the YMCA are behind me. I think so. They're behind me. But I'm happy to be here today to announce really a critical step in our vision to make Indianapolis the most livable, connected city in the Midwest. This 71st Street connector is a short but a crucial segment in our long-term goal to create a network of greenway trails and bike paths, enhancing the interconnectivity of our neighborhoods, our city, and frankly, even our region. At just 0.8 of a mile long, it is a linchpin linking together several northwest side trails to other city access points. It connects Eagle Creek Park and its extensive trail system to the trail network on nearby Intech Park's 200-acre grounds, and also to Pike Township School's campus at Zionsville Road. And it provides safe transit over I-65, long a concern for cyclists. And now explorers can safely visit Eagle Creek Park and beyond. The connector trail will also provide access to the nearly completed 13 miles of bike lanes running along the entire length of Lafayette Road and White River Parkway, from New York Street downtown all the way up to County Line Road. This critical 71st Street connection was never before made a priority. We were able to achieve this by looking strategically at the existing footprint and acting quickly when the opportunity arose, despite an incredibly limited budget. Indy Parks secured federal dollars covering more than 85% of the trail project costs. In essence, for every $1 the city spent, we were able to leverage $6 in federal funding. And we continue to be very careful and very strategic with the local taxpayers' money. We also built it with sustainability in mind. The trail includes 5 boardwalks built above wetlands in order to protect the natural integrity of the area and to limit the trail footprint. It also features benches constructed in Indiana limestone. The 71st Street Connector Trail has been an integral part of our plan to grow Indianapolis nearly 61 miles of greenway trails and nearly 65 miles of bike lanes. But I'm also here today and happy to announce the next step in making Indianapolis a more connected, a more livable, and a more sustainable community. We are implementing the next stage of our connectivity plan to extend our current greenways and bike lane network by nearly 2/3 to 200 miles by 2015. This 4-year project will be seeded with $20 million from one-time dollars from RebuildIndy. Again, designed for the most effective use of our spending by leveraging federal and state grants and private funding dollars. As a result, we will be able to develop an additional 75 miles of trails and bike lanes throughout the county. For example, in design right now are the 71st Street bike lanes, which will extend east all the way to the Monon Trail. And slated for construction in 2013 is the remaining 15-mile segment of the Eagle Creek Greenway, linking the park with the White River Greenway and then into downtown and, of course, back up the Monon again. Now imagine the possibilities for commuters, for recreational hikers, and for serious runners and bikers. What I've just outlined for you today covers just one portion of our vision for urban connectivity. Our master plan positions the downtown cultural trail as a regional connector hub, bikeable and walkable, linked to the Monon, to the Vandalia trails, and eventually linking up to the Pincy and the B&O trails and other spurs out of the county. This is creating the type of city where parents want to raise their children and companies want to do business. This is the sort of amenity that draws people to our city, and we must continue down this path. In this particular area right here, although geographically small, it is a strategically huge win, like the completion of this 71st Street Connector Trail that is absolutely vital to making our vision for Indianapolis as the best city in the Midwest in which to live. I always talk about riding around the city, having an ability to do that. People who have been listening to me for a long time know I've been waiting on this. When this is done, we're very close. And I expect to have a nice ride around all the connections through the Monon and 71st, over here on the west side of Indianapolis, and all the way back, because you'll be able to do it nonstop. It'll be tremendous, tremendous asset for our city, and then we'll move on and do even more. So I want to thank everybody for coming out today. I'm really excited to see runners out here, bikers, birders are here today, hikers are here today. It's so nice to see everybody come out and really enjoy this very important connecting point in our city. I'll be followed by Kevin Whitehead of INDIANAPOLIS.
Hi, my name is Kevin Whitehead. I'm the board president for IndyCog. We're the bicycle advocacy group here for the city of Indianapolis. We work on bicycle advocacy and education, and we've been working very closely with Indy Parks and Mayor Ballard in the city of Indianapolis on the bicycle infrastructure you guys are currently seeing all over the city. So I was asked to speak about the importance of connectivity for bicycle networks. And connectivity is important in all networks, be it the internet or the road network that we currently drive on. They need to be extensive and easy to navigate. I often talk about the importance of completed bicycle networks, but it wasn't until the other day that it occurred to me that everyone might not quite grasp the importance of this concept. If one drives a car for their primary mode of transportation, then the concept of a completed network kind of escapes you, because you get in your car every morning and you just drive to work. You don't really think about it unless there's an accident and you can take another route. But face it, we take it for granted, you know. But this week my wife decided to take a business trip and leave me alone with 2 children that are 4 and 6, and said, you know, take care of the house, the kids need to get to school. Well, my primary mode of transportation is a bicycle, actually, and even though she left me the car, I thought, well, I'm going to continue my current program in the morning. So getting my 6-year-old to school is pretty easy because he goes to school at a neighborhood school. But my 4-year-old goes to daycare at Lily Daycare. So I had to think, I mean, really think about, like, how am I going to get him to school? I don't really think about it too much as a bicycle rider because I've been riding thousands of miles a year and for years. And while I love the infrastructure that we have now, it really helps. I will ride on a lot of roads anyways, but most people aren't like that. In fact, 60 to 70% of cyclists won't ride on any road. But I'm getting off the point. So I had to think really hard about how I'm going to get my kid to school safely, because my wife might actually come back from a business trip if anything happens to her kids. So I didn't want to be stuck in that boat either. So the point is it wasn't just something you wake up in the morning and throw your kids in a car. The night before, I had to plan this out. Like, what network do I have to utilize? So I rode the Monon down to the Cultural Trail and got to downtown, and I still had to make a half-mile to Lily with no infrastructure in rush hour traffic. So I got a lot of disapproving looks from parents that had driven their kids to daycare, but that's beside the point. So I guess that was my point to this whole thing is, as drivers, we really do not think about the connectivity and how important it is. If it was 1905, maybe we'd think about it, and there was 4 paved roads in the city of Indianapolis, which is kind of what it's like for bicyclists right now. We have 30 miles of bike lanes. We'll have another 30 miles by the end of this year, and so it will definitely improve the connectivity of the city for us. With that said, so as I was saying, so the 60 to 70% of the people that don't ride, if they have that infrastructure, they will choose to ride. There's about 5 to 10% of the population said they will never ride. These are studies that are done. So they might actually choose to safely ride to work and errands and possibly their kids to school like I did this week. So thank you very much. And I'd like to introduce Susan from the Neighborhood Association here.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. What an exciting day. I am so honored to be a part of this dedication. As the president of the Pike Township Residents Association, commonly known as PTRA, we have long advocated for sidewalks, connectivity throughout Pike Township to enable our residents to take advantage of our wonderful township. We have worked with developers, business owners, to install sidewalks where they could, but we often wondered how the full connectivity would ever happen. We knew this plan was on the books for a long time. We never really thought we'd see it come to fruition. So it is wonderful to be here, to see this, and to know that Mayor Ballard and his staff got it done. This is wonderful. It's wonderful for Pike Township. It's wonderful for the citizens of Marion County and Indianapolis to take advantage of this beautiful asset, one of the largest municipal parks in the country. It is such an asset to the city, and we're so thankful that people now can walk, ride their bikes, have their children in strollers, and all attend this beautiful facility. Thank you so much for your time. And now I would like to introduce Paul, the Executive Director of the Pike Township YMCA.
All right, good morning, everybody. You guys are not awake. My name is Paul Wally. I'm the Executive Director of the Pike YMCA, and I'm really honored to be here at this dedication. For us at the YMCA, we take great pride in some of our slogans say we build strong kids, strong families, and strong communities. But one of the things we've been focusing on as far as our strategic planning is that we want Indianapolis to be one of the healthiest cities by 2025. And some of the things we've been doing with the mayor's office and the biking community, just about a month ago, we opened up the bike hub at City Market. So this is really a continuation of some of the things that we are already starting to work on. So this is really good, especially being in our neighborhood. Our YMCA is right here at 71st and Zionsville. And we do have a cycling club, so I can only imagine how they're drooling that now they can actually ride from the YMCA to the park and back. So I am hoping, or I'll echo a lot of the things that Kevin and Susan and the mayor have said as far as connectivity and how we can make Indianapolis a great, healthy place where people can ride safely. So thank you very much for being here. Thank you again.
All right, now I know that none of you saw this, but I saw them coming. We had a couple runners heading our way, and they stopped for the press conference, so I very much appreciate that. But I also want them to help celebrate, you know, this trail, and it's nice that people are using it already. It's very, very important. This is such an important connectivity point on the northwest side of town. It really, and eventually, when the 2012 to 2015 plan is completed, you'll see this side of town connect up to so much of the rest of the city. We'll be able to get back and forth fairly easily, and I think that's just a tremendous accomplishment for the northwest side of town, and frankly for the other parts of the city who can now come out and enjoy the pleasures of Eagle Creek in a much easier manner. This beautiful park out here, people will have the access to get out here and enjoy this park so much, and I just appreciate everybody coming out today. It's been a great day. It's just this is one of those days that's very, very special, and I just appreciate everybody coming out. Thank you so much. We'll take questions individually. Thank you.